Dear Patriots, before the news starts, please subscribe to our patriotic channel by clicking the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up to this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion below in the comments section. Share the news on Facebook and Twitter so you friends see it. Thank you.
Nobody noticed the incredible thing Trump did next to Texas church that was shot up. The church shooting on Sunday left 26 people dead and 20 injured. As noticed by Nation 1 News, the flags were flown at half-mast after Trump ordered all the flags be flown at half-mast. Do you see the amazing thing in the photo below? Now check this out. Look what's in the two pics. Here's what Trump said right after the attack: as a mark of respect for the victims of this senseless act of violence perpetrated on November 5, 2017, by the authority vested in me as President of the United States by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, I hereby order that the flag of the United States shall be flown at half-staff at the White House and upon all public buildings and grounds, at all military posts and naval stations, and on all naval vessels of the federal government in the District of Columbia and throughout the United States and its territories and possessions until sunset, November 9, 2017. It looks like that message got to Texas that day. Here's another good picture. God bless Texas. God bless the United States, and may all those struck by bullets rest in peace. It is horrible that Christians are openly persecuted in America. Share this if you are still praying for everyone in Texas. Share. NFL won't recover from what wife just admitted anti-flag players did to her patriotic star QB. All I can say is wow. If this is true, it will damage the NFL beyond measure, and there is really no coming back from this. Now it must be said the Oakland Raiders are denying this story. Fair enough, but the wife of one of the players is confirming Roger Goodell's worst nightmare, and if she is correct, the NFL is done. Here is the backstory. Star quarterback Derek Carr is a vocal Christian in the locker room and an even louder American patriot. He often asks his teammates to pray before games, and his offensive line was not down with it. They were arguing before a game about praying when they told Carr they would all be taking a knee for the anthem. Carr was not happy and told the NFL's only all-black NFL offensive line that was unacceptable. Because the offensive line has played well, and because that particular week, Week 3, Derek Carr got sacked multiple times and got injured, conspiracy theories flew around the league that they did through the game on purpose. Until today they were only conspiracy theories. According to Breitbart, Miko Grimes' wife of cornerback Brent Grimes just confirmed Goodell's worst nightmare and said it is all true. She is claiming the offensive line threw and game and let their star, patriotic quarterback get hurt because he was against their anthem protests. This will sink the NFL. Share if you agree. Share. Yikes! Donna Brazile just dumped another massive heap of dirt on the DNC. Donna Brazile's book was released on Tuesday, and it effectively dumps another massive heap of dirt on the heads of the DNC and Debbie Wasserman Schultz, via Fox News. Brazile says in the book that despite financial woes, there were a plethora of perks allotted to former chairwoman Wasserman Schultz to keep her fat and happy, such as a large SUV for travel and a body woman. Check it out. Debbie had a chief of staff and a body woman. She also had media consultants and a fundraising consultant. I was free to hire my own consultants, 2 or 3 if I liked, and bring in a new communications team. All of that would go on the DNC payroll, Brazile said. Brazile went to say that she did almost none of the above. She sold the SUV and chose not to hire a team of consultants. God knows I didn't need a body woman, she also said. Brazile suggested the cushy situation set up for DWS was part of the strategy behind the contractual agreement that Hillary Clinton's campaign had made with the DNC. This was the way to keep the chair fat and happy, give her a huge staff and lots of perks, and don't ask her to do anything, she says in the book. Brazil revealed that Clinton had set up a financial arrangement with the DNC 1 year prior to her nomination in a Politico article that was printed last week. Emotional Ted Cruz breaks silence, reveals tragic thing Chuck Schumer did in Senate to help Texas shooter. Ted Cruz just dropped a bombshell and Harry Reid and Chuck Schumer will never be the same. Ted Cruz went on Fox News last night and exposed the Democrats as the worst kind of hypocrites. Which we all knew, but Ted clearly shows how their hypocrisy is doing real damage to America. They scream and yell about guns whenever there is a tragic shooting, but when they slink back to Congress they play petty political games. According to Breitbart, Cruz said the Democrats filibustered legislation that he co-sponsored with Chuck Grassley that would have resulted in this shooter being in federal prison instead of murdering those innocents in that Texas church. This should have been stopped beforehand. But, several things happened. Cruz goes on to explain the Obama admin and the Air Force screwed up, but that is endemic to bureaucracies, screwing up, and then he exposed Chuck Schumer for what he did to stop Ted's plan that would have worked to help prevent this tragedy. But I'll tell you, we could have prevented this. In 2013, in the wake of Sandy Hook, I joined with Chuck Grassley. We introduced legislation that was called the Grassley-Cruz legislation. And it was aggressive legislation targeting felons and violent criminals to stop them from getting guns. He lied on the forms. That is a felony to lie on those forms. The Obama administration didn't prosecute those cases. In 2010, 48,000 felons and fugitives lied and illegally tried to purchase guns. They prosecuted only 44 of them. Then he added the brutal truth, saying his new law would have kept us safe, but the Democrats filibustered the legislation that would have resulted in the shooter being in federal prison instead of murdering those innocents in that Texas church. Share if you think the Democrats are ruining this great nation one petty political game at a time. Reporter asked Trump about gun control. Suddenly all hell broke loose. President Trump is the greatest protector of the Second Amendment that the US has had in forever. Watch this. It's so frickin' awesome. NBC reporter Ali Vitali asked President Trump about gun control after the Texas massacre, while he's in South Korea promoting a united front against North Korea. President Trump totally took her to school with this response. God bless our president. He just took down this reporter and showed that a good guy with a gun is the only thing that seems to be able to take down a bad guy with a gun. Trump then talked about Stephen Williford, the Sutherland Springs resident confronted shooter Devin Kelly. The president said the following: "You might not have had that very brave person who happened to have a gun or a rifle in his truck go out and shoot him and hit him and neutralize him. I can only say this, if he didn't have a gun, instead of having 26 dead, you would have had hundreds more dead." Trump needs our help to get his message out. The media is spinning out. Share this with 3 Trump supporters you know. Comment time with Trump. Thanks for reading. Melania just took down Alec Baldwin in ultimate revenge for his Trump impression. Good things come to those who wait, as was the case for Melania this week when Alec Baldwin finally handed her the perfect opportunity to get revenge for his long-standing impersonation of her husband on Saturday Night Live, via BizPac Review. Baldwin claimed during an interview that a friend told him the First Lady enjoys his impression of President Trump. Check it out. "Someone told me, WHO's friends with someone in the White House, or formerly in the White House, that Melania Trump loves SNL and she loves my impersonation," Baldwin said in the interview. He continued that she told this person, very high up in the White House press there, that's exactly what he's like. Not so fast, Baldwin. Melania has something to say about that. The First Lady responded to his assertions via a spokesperson, who said his comments were not true. Which is why Mr. Baldwin has no actual names to go with his bizarre assertion. President Trump condemned the impression as well in tweets earlier this year. Baldwin claimed Monday that Trump must be horrified and beside himself that the First Lady finds his impression funny. Baldwin is promoting a book, because isn't everyone these days? Called You Can't Spell America Without Me, the really tremendous inside story of my fantastic first year as President Donald J. Trump. A so-called parody. Share this if you are tired of Alec Baldwin attacking our president. It is so disgusting at this point.